that come out, they have to either make a compelling reason or drop the price enough that I'm willing to pay to play these few games every so often that do come out. Let's not go on any further. I mean, we get the point. Like, Wii U is definitely in a Nintendo's in a situation where they need to kind of like shape up and
Even
change their
even Adam
strategy.
Sessler thinks so, and he's God.
Yeah, if Cessor thinks so, it's probably a good. All right, guys. Do you want to since we're all talking about the same game for the topic of the week, do you want to kind of go into what we've been playing ahead of time and then move into the kind of unified discussion?
Yeah. You just want to talk about Tomb Raider?
Well, let's not talk about Tomb Raider yet. Let's just talk. Let's go in and talk a little bit about the games that we've been playing aside from that, because there are a few games, especially like Brian's been playing a new game that I think people should be interested in. It's a decent game.
All right. Well, the only other game I've been playing besides the game that we're not going to be talking about, which I spoiled earlier, is Halo Combat Evolved, original Xbox.
Not the anniversary edition, just
Not
the
the
regular old.
anniversary, not the PC version, the original with the fatty Xbox controller on a CRT TV.
Nice, man. That's the way you do it.
Honestly, that game has a is a soft spot for me. It really is. Not the kind of soft spot where you poke it and you forget everything you learned in school. Uh, I'm surprised because I found it at like a thrift store for like $3,
Hmm.
and I've just like put it in because for some stupid reason I didn't have it, and I played it and finished it. I
It's great software, man. I mean, like that game is so like just balanced. It was just like, did you play it when it actually originally came out, like on the Xbox? Were you
I
part
did
of like
play a
an
little
all?
bit. It was not my game, so when my friend bought the Xbox and bought
Hmm.
Halo, he's like mine. So I didn't get it. I played a little bit of it, and it was such an experience back in the day. Like people, I know people don't take Halo for granted, but you got to give it props, man. I mean, it's so influential in modern gaming,
Right.
and honestly, when I get a chance to play Halo 2, which is the one game I did not play. I've beaten Halo before a few times already, but I have not finished the second game. That one's even more influential in modern gaming, and I'll have plenty to talk about when I play through that because I just think that in the annals of video game history, Halo 2 is a big plot on the graph
I
and needs to
mean,
be recognized.
back when the Xbox came, I didn't own the Xbox at first because honestly, I had a PlayStation 2, so I thought Xbox was just utter shit.
Lame.
And then one of my friends, he had the Xbox and he started bringing it over. We would do like LAN parties at the house, and we would have four people at the house, and we would sync up online and play like other teams of four. And my God, we spent so many hours playing that game that it's probably one of my more fond moments, at least of a first-person shooter, of just like getting together and just like fucking doing it, having a good time. That game was so the maps like they like imprint like a memory in your head. Like you can still to this day, I could still like go on those maps and know where I was going, know the strategies. Just a great game. And that was the killer app that Xbox needed. Without that game, I don't think Xbox would be around right now.
2003, one of my most nostalgic years, just because that's when Halo came out on the PC. Because I didn't have an Xbox, I did have a PC, and I played the crap out of Halo on the PC. That's where I get most of my history with the game. Playing that game online, such a blast. It's like even with like the overpowered pistols and everything, just
The
like
pistol was great though. The pistol was an awesome weapon.
they would like add like vehicles to maps that didn't used to have vehicles and like do all these and add new maps. The PC version was actually pretty cool, and it was just like such chaos when you're playing the game. Like
Right.
yeah, like if you obviously the pistol was like the go-to weapon. Oh, that man, that video is so nostalgic right now. Um, but like it was just so much fun. But the single player was great too because just the way they did the storytelling. The story is so simple. It flows so easily. It's so easy to just follow along with it. It's very linear, but so even to this day, like even with the dated graphics, I was getting immersed in the game. Like it still
Right.
feels like an alien world. It's just
I mean, I was just sold on the fact that they did a co-op campaign. Like, I mean that, and it worked seamlessly. It didn't feel like there was a compromise in having a. I mean, there were graphical compromises, but it didn't feel like you were losing that when you actually played the game. Like this was built from the ground up, and this was at a time where co-op wasn't considered like necessarily an important feature. It was an extra feature,
oh
and few
no.
people adopted it. But the people who and I was one of those people who wanted more of those games at the time.
Oh yeah. I mean,
And I
this
mean,
is
this
all right.
scratched that itch.
It's like here's a first person shooter on console, and at the same time it has local co-op. It's like really it's like two big things that they're doing like practically for the first time. So
Yeah.
big
All
deal.
right, Brian, I'm eager to hear about this, but I need 1 minute. So why don't you talk a little bit about it, and I will be right back.
And go. Okay, so I've been playing I've been playing Real Racing 3 on iPad,
You may
and
not fake racing.
no, not as opposed to Fake Racing. Yeah, that series just sucked. It wasn't very real. But yeah, so I've been playing Real Racing 3. I'm going to get some gameplay up so you don't have to look at my stupid face. Um so anyways, it's basically it's kind of the iPad or any. I think it's on
Oh
pretty much.
wow, that looks good.
Yeah, it's pretty much on all mobile devices. I think, and it's just one of the most impressive looking racing games available on
Look at that.
on
That looks
any
like an
handheld.
early gen 360 game.
Yeah, I mean the graphics are incredible. I remember playing Real Racing 2 on my iPhone, and I was just like, I can't believe I'm playing this. And this game just takes it to a whole nother level. Like it's incredible. I don't know how they do it. It's dark magic. Now, the one gripe that I do have with the game is that it's free, but the microtransactions feel like they're almost forced on you because when you upgrade your car, there's a certain waiting period, like it'll say, well, like, this upgrade will be available in 5 minutes and be installed in 5 minutes. So so you kind of have to either do a few races or kind of
So it takes
go
like
on with your
a
life.
long time. In
Yeah,
other words,
and what they do is they have like these little racer coins, and you use those to basically buy out the time. So if I don't want to wait 5 minutes, I can just use 2 racer coins, and you get, I think, like 20 right out of the gate. So it's not too bad. I'm one of the very casual gamers right now because of school and stuff. So I haven't felt the real need to like keep
the
playing
real
and
need to play real racing.
the real need to play real racing. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and
You
I've
know
been
what they
really
should
enjoying
do? They should be like Mario Kart, where they got the coins on the road, and you have
it.
to, power slide into them.
That isn't very real
Well,
though.
I was gonna ask you about do from what I understand, they implement like a lot of like social features. Like when you start off the game, you race like against friends. Is that
Yeah,
true with Real Racing 3?
yeah. I mean, when I was starting out, because it was new, it was pretty much all AI. But I've been playing against my good friend Dave from Comic Con, who he's like, we've been talking back and forth ever since. And like this game, I've been kind of racing. I think what they do is they do like a little ghost thing. So I'm racing against his ghost in on tracks and stuff, and it's really cool. Like you see their little icon, like their Facebook picture or whatever, and you're just like, yeah, just like totally beat you in this.
Yeah, all right. I mean, that's
And
really cool, man.
yeah,
And that's, I think, what were you gonna say?
oh well, yeah. I mean, the social features are just a lot of fun. I've always been big on, uh, that kind of stuff, especially on Xbox Live. Like when it comes to leaderboards, I'm very aggressive about being on top. So
No, I'm the same way. I hear you.
yeah, yeah.
But from what I understand, like Drive Club has that same kind of philosophy of using your social network to kind of enhance and make it kind of more tailored to you rather than racing against like some random AIs.
Yeah, and you race against other random people too, like their time. So I mean, even though you have your friends' ghosts for their cars, there's actually other people, like real people's cars that you're racing against as well. It's just it makes it very clear, like, hey, your friend is on this track. So
Right.
I've been having a lot of fun with it. The unfortunately, the trouble I've run into with it is when you're in the driver's seat, when you're in the driver's view, like here, the frame rate actually dips quite a bit. So,
That looks pretty nice for a iPad game.
oh yeah, it's
Should
beautiful.
have
You
seen the
should get
footage
it.
earlier.
Yeah, I'll play some of it again. But yeah, it the
Look at
frame
those
rate
headlights, man.
the frame
Wow.
rate dips a lot when you're in like the driver's cam, but when you're from the third person perspective, like the frame rate's flawless. But it does kind of take you out a bit because I really like that in the driver's seat feel.
It's like
Um,
the opposite of like old school racers, where like the fact that if you were like had the camera behind the car, had to render your car, so it would actually be a little bit slower, and then you get into the driver's seat view, and it'll be all like 2D graphics and like
Right,
same
right.
performance.
Yeah, yeah. Optimum performance with less rendering.
but
Um,
yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing outside of what we're talking about. Um,
very, very nice, man.
I do have to
I've been
mention,
hearing a lot about that game, so I'm glad that you had a little bit to cover on that one. I'm sorry, you were saying.
I forgot one game I have been playing. I've been trying to finish Crisis finally.
The
So
original?
the original. I'm always on the first game. Everybody's on like 3 or 4. I'm on like the first one. But yeah, I'm whittling down that game. Still
What do you
looks
think of
good.
it so far? What do you think of like that?
I've
Because
played through quite a
that
bit
game
of
is
it.
drastically different from what it is now. How do you like the open world kind of like that stealth kind of like hunting approach that they take in that game?
Well, it's the fact that I mean it's I know it's supposed to be like really free form in terms of how you can approach combat scenarios, but honestly, especially if you're playing on Delta, which is the most immersive mode, just because everybody speaks Korean and it just seems more authentic, you're pretty much kind of forced into a stealth
Yeah.
method, and it's not that it's like becomes totally one note or anything like that, but it does take away some of the feelings of that freedom. You can still go anywhere. I exploited that to less than desirable results when I was completely lost and just ended up in some part of the woods that the developers never intended for you to go, and the ground started to look really funky. But
This is
it's
the footage you're showing is 3, right?
it looks like 3. Yeah,
yes, yes, it
that's not
is.
the
All right,
first
all
game.
right.
But I mean, it's still it kind of amazes me, to this day. Um, the game was like essentially what we would be seeing like with the next gen consoles, and it's like 2007.
Oh fucking man, these are 8-year-old consoles. We've never had to deal with this like situation.
I know, right? Like all these years later, and there's still games from way back when that hold up graphically. I mean, we're getting to a point where graphics is just not even going to be. Nobody's going to talk about graphics anymore.
That brings up a funny thing. I we did the post today for the Tomb Raider, the Trace FX the feature, and what
Resume.
yeah, whatever the hell it's called. But basically, there was a person on there who obviously wasn't a PC gamer and said that my post was elitist because in
What?
my opinion, that Tomb Raider is superior on the PC, which it is. It is very much superior on the PC. And my argument for the guy is that, listen, as like most of us who are in this situation, are playing Tomb Raider right now, have systems that are maybe less than 2 years old. And why would I want to play a game that lives to the restrictions of a system that's nearly 8 years old or more than 8 years old for my 2-year-old system? It's a ridiculous thing, and I mean, Crisis kind of brings that up. I mean, we're still talking about a game that's on PC relatively ancient, but still beats the